Hey guys, it is 1:12 in the morning on Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, which is day 1 of April Camp Nano. I have yet to go on the website and create my project. I'm still super disappointed in the NaNoWRIMO website from November, and I know it's probably not much better than November currently. I know that they switched up the cabin thing in exchange for writing groups, and I don't like the way that those seem to be set up. They changed what goals you can set. I always choose words, but I think it's kind of pointless that they removed the ability to do pages and time and stuff like that when people really loved that last year. So I've been a little disappointed with the changes they're making, so I put that off for as long as possible, but I will finally be doing that today. But before I set that up, before I actually get into writing today, normally I start at midnight, but I had other things to deal with first. But before I get into writing today, I do want to talk about how my plans have changed for April Camp Nano since the last time you saw me for Prep-A-Month stuff. So first of all, one of the main plans here is still to write book 6 of the Carver Baxter series. I just still have to finish book 5. The plan had been to finish that in March, but obviously some unprecedented things came up in addition to my pain and my anxiety and my sleep issues. But I'm closing in on the end. The book has gone longer than expected. It's supposed to be 25,000 words, and then during editing I bring it up to about 30,000, but it's currently sitting at just over 32,000 and it's still not done, which kinda dicks up my plan for this series because I want them all to be the same length, so I'll have to add stuff to the other books, which isn't a huge deal. I leave out a lot of the stuff that I normally put in my other crime books, but it's because they're novellas. So we'll see what happens, but the goal is to finish that book very soon, and then start book 6 this month as planned. And that one will still be the victim found in the movie theater. Book 2 was initially a zombie book. That is still the plan. Still going to start that. Still have to come up with a title. Still have to come up with a lot of things. 3. One of the plans was to finish last month Books and Badges and then start rewriting Hearts and Roses this month. Still the plan. I didn't finish Books and Badges last month, but hopefully I will finish it this month. We'll see how things go. And I would still like to start Hearts and Roses, but I would like to take the notes first, because I would like to determine where the books need to be split for the series to work appropriately, because the reason I stopped writing Hearts and Roses initially was because book 2 started at the wrong place, so it was just weird to get into. So hopefully, after having the timeline laid out in front of me and finishing up their timeline, because I know what happens with those two characters in the very, very, very end, but that's it. But hopefully once I have that timeline laid out with what I already know, I'll be able to find a better place for books 1 and 2 to split. So that's still the plan. It'll just take longer to get there. One of the other plans last month was to finish TE and start another book in its place. TE is still not finished, but hopefully I'll be able to finish that this month. We'll see. And then the 5th one was to finish Z last month. Also didn't happen. And to start the next book this month. I'd still like to finish Z, but we will see how things go. But right now, after I finish readjusting here, the plan is to start with The Gang War, which is Bo Austin Taylor book 11. I've been writing that one for a little while, but it's always the first book that I work on at the beginning of a month, no matter where I am in the schedule. I always, or in my little app here, I always like to start with The Gang War, so that's where I'm going to start, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to work on it for a little bit, see what happens. Things are slow today. It's raining outside. If you're new here, I hate the rain. I don't make much progress during it. I can't focus during rainstorms or thunderstorms, anything like that. So we'll see how progress goes. I'm in a lot of pain. My shoulders are killing me, my back is killing me, my knuckles are holding in there, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going to start with The Gang War, work my way through, but unless something drastic changes, I won't be starting any new books today. I will just be working on my current work in progresses, and I will update you guys at the end of the day unless something super exciting happens before then. But otherwise, I'm going to get into work on The Gang War, see how things go, and move on from there. Hey guys, it is currently 4:02 in the morning on April 2nd, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about April 1st, day 1 of April Camp Nano. I meant to update you earlier, but I just didn't get around to it. And I don't think I mentioned this yesterday morning when I filmed, but my goal for this month is 60,000. Generally I aim a little higher than that, but given the general feel of things right now, which for me is primarily physical chronic pain related, I'm aiming for 60,000. I've been able to meet that so far, so that's what I'm going to aim for this month, so I don't super stress myself out amidst everything else, and we'll go from there. But that does mean that I need about 2,000-ish words a day, I think. That's what my app says here anyway, so I'm going to trust it. And if that changes, we'll see. But on April 1st, I worked on 3 of my books, The Gang War, Thundering Hooves, and T.E. None of those are new books yet. I'm still working on finishing up books before I start any new ones, and or I'm just working towards getting to the end of my book cycle, so that way I can add new ones at the end of the cycle instead of pushing other work in progresses back further, because I always write in the order that that app goes in, because they're the order that I put them in there in. But I wrote 1,020 words in The Gang War, which is a Beau Austin Taylor book, book 11. Thundering Hooves, which is a Young Beau book, and that was 596 words there. And then I moved on to T.E., which I only use the initials of because there are just a few books, currently 3 of them, that I just don't describe what they're about. And I wrote 1,058 words there, and it brought my total for April 1st to 2,674 words. I did finally get onto the Nano website and add my project into it. I still need to get onto my second account to add my stuff for editing, because for NaNoWRIMO stuff, I keep track of my written words on one account and my edited words on a second account. And they did take away the ability to edit or count by hours, but that's fine with me because I always count by words, but there are a lot of people that count by hours and minutes and anything but words, so I know that sucks for a lot of people, and I still don't understand why they took it away when they literally just added it like last year, but yeah, maybe they'll add it back later. I hope they will, for the sake of people who actually use that particular setting. I've seen people cheating on that though, not cheating in a bad way, but where they'll say that they're going to write 180 words this month, but for them that's 180 hours instead, which I think is a good way to do it, because then you can still track by hours. Nano will just think it's words, which isn't a terrible way to work around that hiccup, but I'm just glad that I've always counted by words. Makes it easier for me, I guess. But and all that I have for April 1st. The plan is to continue working through my books. If things had gone really, really well yesterday, I would have gotten further than T.E., but I'm behind on T.E. from last month. It was supposed to be done last month. So I spent a lot more time on it on the 1st, and I'm spending time on it today on the 2nd as well, and trying to make some more progress there. And then I'm going to have to make up some time in TFL and time in PRV, which are the 3 books that I don't go into detail about what they are. But yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully today I get further on how many projects I get through, but today is a little weird, today being the 2nd, because it's my mom's second day working from home since all of this started, here in Iowa anyway. So she'll get up around 7:30. I tend to get ready for bed around 9:45. So for about 2 hours there will be a period of time where I'm probably not doing much writing before I go to sleep, and I tend to do more of my writing during the morning because once I wake up I'm doing animal chores, and then I'm doing other things online like website stuff, some freelance stuff, sometimes preparing graphics for myself or other writers, stuff like that. primarily one other writer. But I generally do non-writing things after I wake up, and then sometimes I cycle back around to writing, but not always. So we'll see how things go. I haven't gotten quite as far as I wanted to yet this morning here on the 2nd, so we'll see what I end up with for word count, and we'll see what I end up with for progress across my books. I would love to get through at least TE, TFL, and PRV today, but we'll see how things move in the next few hours. Right now my pain is relatively low level compared to what it could be. Generally it dumbs down a little bit between midnight and 5 a.m. generally, not always, but generally. And then it starts kicking back up a little bit before I get ready for bed, because then I can't fall asleep and that's more fun. And then it's usually full throttle after I wake up, because I've been laying down for 6 to 7 hours, generally 6. So I'm stiff and sore and exhausted and tired, and it's fun. But that's another one of the reasons I normally don't do a ton of writing after I wake up. But we'll see how things go and go from there. But that's all that I have for April 1st. If you're doing April Camp Nano this year, I hope things went well for you on the 1st. I hope they continue to go well for you, and I hope this month isn't quite as chaotic in the writing world as it has been elsewhere. But that is all that I personally have for the 1st. If you want to talk about any of your stuff, feel free to in the comments down below. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated. And if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Camp Nano, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.